Daybreak and Zenith Blade to counter that if she can hit level 2 early on. Vayne's
Exactly.
obviously got Condemn and Tumble, and Sivir has her Ricochet and her Boomerang Blade to go with. Or she could go for Spell Shield and try to stop off some of that, the Zenith Blade, or even just the Condemn.
Absolutely. And now, the better way I've heard a little bit of contention on this issue on how to use Spell Shield into a Leona lane. Do you believe it's better to use it for the Zenith Blade? Because Leona is still going to travel to you, just not stared for that duration, or do you feel it's better to Spell Shield the Shield of Daybreak?
I feel like, personally, it comes down to situation by situation basis. Obviously, if you're pre-6, it's better off to Zenith Blade on the Shield of Daybreak. But if it's post-6 and you've got On the Hunt, you're better off shielding off the Zenith Blade, because then you can just shield Zenith Blade. She can still jump to you, but then you can proc On the Hunt and do your best to get out of that one early on.
Okay, so there we go. That's the way things will be going down in that bot lane, and you mentioned it. There's going to be some aggression. Whoever can get that level 2 first is going to have an advantage. Now, Flay does counter out Zenith Blade. What's Thresh going to go with first here? And he needs... Is he the one out of the two that really needs that level 2 first? Or is it going to be Leona that kind of needs to hit that 2 first?
Leona definitely needs to hit that level 2 first. Thresh obviously offers a lot more in terms of his engages, because he doesn't have to go in on his Death Leap. Whereas Leona has to use that Zenith Blade. If she uses Zenith Blade and it hits, she's going in whether she likes it or not.
Well, no. No, if Thresh Flays are back, she's not going anywhere.
No, but that doesn't matter. She's not necessarily going to play... she's not necessarily going to Zenith Blade onto Thresh.
Yep. Whereas
Thresh can throw his death sentence out, but he doesn't necessarily need to go in. He can just use it as a harass tool, or even just a way of saying, you know what, I am in this lane. This is my lane. You are doing what I tell you to do, and that's what a good support playing either Leona or Thresh should do. They should assert the dominance in the lane and do their best to zone out when they can.
Absolutely. Now let's talk this top lane, because these are probably the two highest picked champions at the moment in for this top lane. So we've got Renekton versus Shyvana. How's this lane sort of supposed to go, and really who starts to scale around that mid game?
I feel like early on it's going to be in towards Aetheris there. I think that's Aetheris. I think that's how you say it.
Aetheris,
I think it's going to be in terms of Aetheris's playstyle early on, pre-6. But post-6, I feel like it's going to go more towards Christmas Tree's favour, just because he's got the... I'm having a mind blank on the ult of Shyvana.
Yeah, the bonus armor and magic resist coming in there from Dragon's Descent.
That's what I want. Yeah, obviously Dragon's Descent allows her to get bonus armor and magic resist, and then she's also got a Dragonborn passive, which gives her bonus armor and magic resist, which doubles when she's in dragon form. So, in terms of that, it's going to go into her favour, but she's not going to have a hard time farming under turret. I feel like Renekton's going to do well to shove her up, bully her out of lane as best he can, but Shyvana's going to do well to just farm under turret, get the burnout going, get those auto attack stacks up on it, make sure it's going as long as it can, and then just wait for Elise to come in and jump. Not jump, cocoon, and then they can jump in and team fight that way.
Right, so just seeing in the chat that pause timers, you guys can obviously see them out. So in future, if we do actually have a pause timer, I will be shrinking back down to an idle screen, so that the map information for both teams is not given away. But right now, it's not really anything to worry about, because
yeah, I don't think they're going to get too much from knowing that Wukong is starting on Hunter's Machete.
Ooh, that's weird. That's unusual.
Yeah, I haven't seen too many junglers start on Hunter's Machete before. It's an unusual start, but maybe Pop Sanity can take some advantage on knowing that they're starting on Hunter's Machete.
Maybe. Now, let's talk level 3s. As soon as we get to this level 3 point, clear that second buff out for both of these junglers. Are they looking mid? Are they looking top? Is Ahri potentially better at gank? Are they going to try and get Wukong to come into mid with obviously that decoy he can get into mid, then dash onto them with that Nimbus strike? and then charms and everything to come out from Eddie, and they'll follow it up in that mid lane for a gank, or is Elise coming in with that repel into a cocoon, into everything that she's got? Or is she going top? Where are they going?
Personally, I feel like Pop Sanity will go towards top lane. Try to relieve some of that pressure that Aetherus is going to try and place on the Christmas trees, whereas Sangsty is going to probably go towards mid lane to try and really get on to Sunday. Sunday's going to have a hard time just because they've only got that distortion to get away with at level 3, unless they take 2 levels into Command Attack or Command Protect, depending on where they go with that. But I feel like what Eddie can do with Sangsty is going to bring a lot more to the lane in terms of getting a kill than what Pop Sanity can do for Sunday. So there's that.
Okay, so everything's just sitting around, guys. In the meantime, whilst this pause continues, just going to throw up a little bit of music, and we're going to chill out, and hopefully this game will get back underway in just a second. I'm Ranconius, this is Boogeyman, and we'll be back with TPXLOL All or Nothing in just a sec.
A summoner has reconnected.
Hey guys, and welcome back. Obviously that pause timer has now ticked out. Teams are underway with the action for today's play, and finally back into game 1. Team Storm are going to be the guys on your blue side up against just MeerKats, and personally I'm a MeerKat fan. I love MeerKats, so that'll be my team for game 1.
Alright, I'm gonna go against you on this one. I feel like T-Storm have got a really strong composition, so I'm going for them. Looks like we're actually going to see a bit of an invade potentially by Storm here. They've got all 5 members down in the bot lane looking to go in on that blue buff.
And I do believe that Vayne didn't spot that out. There's the flash hook. Doesn't quite connect. Cersei is going to have to flash from that one. Thresh has no flash. That could be an engage point for Leona.
Yeah, but neither does Vayne though. Vayne doesn't have her flash either, so that could be even a good thing for Wheeler's Demand, able to get a later on flash in there. But just MeerKats now know that they are in bot lane at least, and they need to be very careful about that. Actually, looks like they're disengaging on that invade with Renekton going towards top. So they were going to do something there, but they've decided against it, considering that it's now well protected in that lane.
Minions have spawned.
Absolutely. So we're going to be seeing it all come out. And
Definitely.
I'm keen for this one. I'm keen for a solid day of play here. So
Yes.
we're certainly going to be around for a while. And Angsty looking to start on towards this bot lane, and so is Elise. This means they're going to be meeting on that top side of the jungle. They're both going to be starting at the same buffs, and they'll be mirroring each other through the jungle. Where are we expecting them to meet? Is it going to be mid lane? Are they going to gank separate lanes? Are they going to try and counter jungle? What's going to happen here?
I think it might actually be very interesting to see them go towards top lane. But this is what we were talking about before. We're seeing just MeerKats actually go in towards the bot lane early, try and hit that level 2 early on, and deny some of T-Storm that early engage.
Righto, so they're now roaming up towards their second camp. Wukong's already doing those rays. Destinus does comes down the bot lane. Misses on towards Vayne. And yeah, not a huge deal going on right now. It's just those early phases of the game.
Yeah, definitely. We're not going to see too much action until bot lane at least hits level 2, and I don't think it's gonna happen quite soon. So we could see some decent engaging. There it is, level 2. So there it is.
Goes Leona, goes in with the Zenith play, gets a Shield of Daybreak, and a lot of damage already down onto Willa's Demand. Did pick up that Silver Bolt's tumble at level 2, so no condemn, and they do actually manage to trade it back around decently back on towards Insanity 12. And that's important now that they've hit that 2 point for this bot lane of Team Storm. They can really counter out the engages. It's all about engage and counter engage in this bot lane.
Yeah, I feel like it was a mistake that just MeerKats Cersei took Silver Bolt over Condemn. I feel like they could have actually gotten that kill on Thresh then if they condemned him into a wall. He was in a solid position. He would have been just outside of turret range, and it would have worked really well in their favour had they gone for Condemn over the Silver Bolt.
At least in that top lane, finds a nice cocoon on towards Aetherus, and she just repels away. Doesn't want to deal with that one. Aetherus doing a lot of damage already on towards Pop Sanity, so...
Yeah, so far, what I'm calling so far is right. We saw the level 2 by Leona and Vayne go down towards bot lane. We saw Elise go towards top. And it looks like Wukong is potentially going to be sitting around towards mid lane.
Oh, nice Death Sentence finds on towards Vayne in this bot lane. They're looking to get on towards Cersei. All the damage is actually on towards Willa's Demand from their opponents. Now, that barrier has timed out on towards Cersei. The flash is forced out from Insanity. Remember, Vayne had no flash. Willa's Demand also has no flash. A Boomerang Blade comes out. The Tumble will dodge that one out. Another Zenith Blade comes in. They're looking for that first blood. Can they find it? The flash from Lapras picks it up. Can they find a double kill now? He's in a little bit of strife. Still trying to kite back on towards this one. Wukong is coming around from the side to assist them. Had to juck out of those bushes to avoid all that creep aggro, and now she comes back in, but a really nice spell shield from Lapras, and they pick up the 2 kills. Wukong comes down for 1 as well, gets himself some nice experience, and that gets them what they needed.
Yeah, that was well traded by bot lane there. They did really well for T-Storm to go in when they had to, and they did exactly what they needed to. I feel like it was a bit of a mistake for Cersei on just MeerKats to go back into that fight. He was a little greedy. He saw Lapras go down. Are you getting...
Yeah, I'm getting spectator lag.
Oh, there we go. That was a bit of a jump. But yeah, no, I feel like Cersei made a bit of a mistake going back in on that engage, having already used his barrier once. Having no flash, Tumble was down at the time. It was poorly played by just MeerKats there.
And you mentioned that flash from Vayne was crucial. She didn't have it right there, and she went down. Leona quickly followed her into that grave, and already a 1k lead coming out in towards the bot lane. Civ is going to be returning to that lane with a Vampiric Scepter over the double Doran's Blades of Vayne. Now, Vayne is actually going to be quite a bit tankier here, with similar AD numbers, but regenerate a lot less.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like T-Storm's going to have an easier time to sustain in this bot lane, whereas Cersei is going to have a little bit more health to deal with compared to Sivir there.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you mentioned it on towards Thresh as well, but there's a gank in the mid lane, so Angsty manages to get that Nimbus Strike down. A little bit of damage on towards that Orianna, but he's doing well. I mean, right now he's roaming around. Elise has picked up a pink one. Be interested to see where this one actually goes down, and she's roaming towards that bottom side. Could we see a general in that brush just to the top side of obviously the dragon? Yeah,
I feel like we are going to see it towards that way, just to try and pick out whether or not blue team are going to realise... whether or not T-Storm are going to realise that they're going for an early dragon. Obviously, with the spiders to tank it, it makes it quite easy for them. And if we can see a second engage for T-Storm in the bot lane, we could definitely see it go in their favor again.
Yeah, absolutely. And Thresh, obviously, he has ranged auto attacks down in towards this bot lane, and he will be doing more harass than